Until you systemize your business, you will continue to be the colleague, employee, technician, whichever term you know, that's wearing all the hats in your business and never actually having the opportunity to sit in the seat of the CEO and actually lead your business. At least that was the case before you watch this video. Welcome to Vasti TV, where we own our story, ignite our business, and live our legacy now. And if you are a solo coach, consultant, or service provider who is so tired of juggling all the things, trying to keep the life afloat and business moving forward, then this space is just for you, because we're going to teach you how to do just that while you amplify your impact, income, and influence. So if that sounds like you, hit that subscribe button, ring that little bell below so you'll be the first to know when we're launching new content to help you create harmony between your life and business. I know you are very much like me, the ambitious type. There are so many things to be done to build a business, to get it off the ground, to get clients in your business, to keep clients in your business, keep moving forward while making sure that you keep your finances at home and the bills are paid, making sure that the family is good and everybody's eating, all the things that are required to just be, right? And especially when you stepped into the world of entrepreneurship. It is vital for someone who's as ambitious as you are to know that the shift from colleague in your business of trying to do all the things to actually sitting in the seat as CEO is a game changer. And it was when I started putting systems in my business that I started to see the magnitude of impact that it had on not just my business, but the rest of my life. You know that dream you have of having more time to be with your family, having more time to volunteer and serve, wanting to make more money so that you can do more and experience more. Well, all of that starts when you actually start putting systems in place in your business, because you get to make sure that the business is operating and can operate even if you are not there. And today we're going to take a walking through some steps that are going to get you in a place to really get the systems in your business. I'm going to walk you through step by step. How do I start implementing systems in my business? And here's a video for you to see where you can, or maybe it's over here. Yeah, I think it's over here. So you can see what are the 4 key systems you need in your business. As today, I'm going to tell you exactly how to go from no systems to actually having systems in your business. So let's dive into these points today. Before you can just dive in and start putting systems into your business, you actually have to identify what are systems that you're already doing in your business, but you didn't realize they were systems. It's identifying the repeated processes. There are steps that you are doing over and over and over every week in your business. One big one is content creation. Having to create posts for Instagram, videos for YouTube, blog posts, there are steps that you repeat every week to get that done. And so the first step of getting systems in your business is to identify those repeated processes. So where are places in your business that you need to turn them into systems? Blog writing, that can be a system. YouTube videos, I have a system for that for sure that I follow. ClickUp is like my best friend for that. And it's important that it's there because it makes sure I miss no steps, right? You could have a system for how you get your content created, as well as a system for how you get your content published. There are many different places in your business that you should have systems. One of those systems is even a profit management system. How are you handling the money in your business? That I talk about more right here because that's key. Either way, you have to identify what are the repeated processes in your business, because those repeated processes are what you need to turn into systems. Because when you turn them into systems, a lot of it you'll see you can probably automate. but even more, thinking ahead, when I have systems in place and I hire a VA, I can just hand the system off to her or him. And I don't have to worry about teaching them every single step. Hey, here's the system. Here's how the system works. Run the system. Because that's what real corporations and businesses do. When you're hired on a job, in most cases, you're not coming in to create how they do it. They teach you their system and you work the system. You have to create those same systems in your business, but they start first with identifying them. And as those are identified and you know exactly what systems you need in your business now it's time to take each one and write out the steps. Now, for some of you, that may mean I got to write out the steps as I actually do it, because I really don't know what I do. I just do it, right? It happens. But whatever the case may be, however your approach to it is, you need to write out the steps. And then once you write out the steps, I want you to write out the steps for those steps. Because a lot of times we will have the higher level steps that need to be done, but then at least 3 of those steps may have steps within them to accomplish what it is, the end result that we're gonna have. So you have to write out step by step by step, from the moment of initiation until the finished product. What are the steps that are going to get you from that initiation to the end result that you're going after? Get those steps written out so that you can then know exactly what your process is. It's also going to have you in a position to be able to analyze. Am I doing this the most efficient way? Am I missing any pieces from this? And then once you have it written out, now we're ready to go to the next stage, which is choosing your tool. Choosing the tool that you want to use to actually execute this system. So when we have systems, we cannot operate off of, I wrote this out in my notebook, so I have my system. No, you have some steps written in a notebook. A system is something that is put into a digital tool in this day and era, because that's the time that we're in, that someone else can come in behind you and just run the system. Now, I recommend choose 2 to 3 tools, no more than 3 for a specific system. Do a SWOT analysis or pros and cons on those 3 tools to decide which one you want to use. So if you know that you're looking for a project management tool, Asana, ClickUp, and Trello may be the 3 that you have been hearing so much buzz about and you want to check out because people seem to be having great results with it. That's great. Do a SWOT analysis on each one for what your business needs, for the system that you are using to implement it, and then make your decision. But choose the tools. Now, sometimes you may have to choose 1 to 2 tools for a system. So like for my YouTube planning process, I use my Google Calendar and ClickUp, and they work together to make sure I can do both aspects and pieces to get this done. In most cases, it'll probably just be 1 tool, but pick the 1 tool that is going to have you learning it, mastering it, so that you can have an effective system in place, plugging in those steps. Get the tools once you write down all the steps. Don't worry about a tool until you've written down all of the steps. This next point here may come off as a bit tedious, and that's okay, because we have to do the tedious, we have to do the mundane to get to that miracle moment, right? That's a part of the process. And honestly, I probably think it's more tedious for you to be fulfilling 9 different roles in your business opposed to being tedious to put a system in place that's actually going to free you to be CEO. Just saying. But this next point is about you inputting the system into the tool that you chose. So whatever tool you chose, now it's time to input that system. That takes some brain power. That takes thinking through how you need this to flow in order for you to be able to go from step 1 to step 2. It also means having to learn the system. So it's going to take a little bit of time. Go YouTube videos about how to best learn the system. Reach out to some of those people who inspired you about that system. But make sure that you take step by step by step and actually input it into this tool so that you can then begin to really exercise building out the activation of this tool, which is our next step. But get it in the system, get all the steps in there, make sure you go back through it, make sure it makes sense for your brain. That is key. Make sure it makes sense for your brain, but get it in the system ASAP. And now we're ready to activate. You have a system that can now be used in your business. But before we run off too fast, let's be clear about what this activation means. When you activate your system, it means that you are now going to test it. That's right, you're going to be in a testing phase because it's really going to be you learning how to actually use your system in this new tool and make sure that it is effectively flowing the way that you intend for it to, that it allows you to actually accomplish the end result. And one thing I want you to mentally prepare yourself for as you do this is that there are going to be kinks. You're going to run through or be testing your system and realize that it's missing a piece or that this isn't necessary and oh my gosh, I've been wasting all my time doing this. That is a part of the process. And if you prepare yourself for it mentally, you'll be able to breathe through it when those moments come. But now you need to really put this baby to the test. And making sure that you activate this is truly about you disciplining yourself to use the system. The more you discipline yourself by saying, I'm going to use my system, the easier it becomes, the more automated it becomes for you, and the more you get to shift into sitting as a CEO in your business. And that is the ultimate goal. So get the system activated so that you can lead as a CEO that you were called to be. And just before you go run out to get your systems implemented because you are so ready to be the CEO in your business, drop me a comment down below or ask a question. I love hanging out down there with you guys. I'll be there for the first hour after this video has been released. So meet me down there so we can chat about it and see what systems you are going to be putting in place. I'll see you in the comments.